As we transition into more of the consideration phase of the promotional timeline, we figured that the best way to actually encourage product trial was to get caps on the fence into the hands of the kids. We reasoned that in order to have parents buy into the strategy based board game, they need their kids to be invested in the game as well. Our goal is to encourage product trial by reaching out to the elementary schools in the Houston area in the month of December. We are planning on sending letters to each of our targeted after school programs asking if they would be interested in receiving a board game that hopes to increase children's strategic thinking skills. Then we'd follow up by asking them where we would want them to drop it off. Our hope is that through this, kids can notably improve their strategic thinking skills. The logic behind the after school program trial is mapped out by district. After analyzing the Houston Chronicle and the Katy magazine, we found that 17 after school programs are in the Katy ISD area, 52 after school programs are in the Cypress area, and 28 after school programs are in the Humboldt, Atascocita, and Kingwood area. Our price breakdown would be the number of schools in our area times the production cost. So we took the 97 schools times our $665 production cost and found a $645.05 after school program cost. When further analyzing the financing technique we'll be using in the product trial, we concluded that we will be using 100% equity financing. When we went over this term in Finance 341, we learned that it essentially meant that rather than rely on a bank loan or on bond offerings, we will be using the money that we already have in our pockets to fund the project. This will drastically reduce the risk held by each member in our partnership. Investopedia also mentioned how startups that grow into successful companies have several rounds of equity financing. So when the time comes, as our company continues to grow, we will look into releasing an initial public offering and making our product open to other investors. I will now be passing it off to Kyle to talk about our radio ad and our promotional timeline.